Welcome to APABI Focus. This morning, we're very pleased to have Ms. Carrie Leung from Hong Kong. Today, we're going to talk about compliance and one of the most complex regulatory issues the banking sector is thinking about at the moment is digital assets. So, understanding that Hong Kong is kind of aspiring to become a digital asset hub in Asia. First of all, maybe to what extent is that the case, considering that different regulatory jurisdictions are moving at different speeds?
Yes, Hong Kong is aiming to become a regional hub for digital assets trading. And before we explore the vision of our regulators, let me briefly introduce each of them. So under Hong Kong's financial services regulatory system, there are four principal regulators. And they are the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, which we call it Hong Kong MA. The second one is the Securities and Futures Commission, SFC. And the other one is the Insurance Authority, IA. And the fourth one is the Mandatory Provident Fund Schemes Authority, and we call it MPFA. And currently, there's no specific legislative framework for digital assets, and no single regulatory body oversees them. However, a number of financial regulators have issued guidelines relating to digital assets, including the SFC, the Hong Kong MA, and also the IA. Let me discuss a few different aspects. First of all, let's start with the regulatory guidelines. SFC provides the licensing terms for asset managers dealing with virtual assets, while Hong Kong MA offers guidance to banks on engaging with virtual assets and service providers. And additionally, there is a joint circular from Hong Kong MA and SFC that outlines the rules for virtual assets products and also the advisory services. And secondly, when it comes to the regulatory framework and the ecosystem, the SFC and Hong Kong MA are working to create a regulatory environment that balance between the innovation with investor protection, and that's very important. And this includes licensing more cryptocurrencies exchanges and established a stable-coin sandbox. The Hong Kong MA's FinTech 2025 strategy promotes digitalization in banks. It highlights the tokenization being one of the focuses for FinTech 2030, which is the next FinTech strategy paper. While the SFC discourages retail investment in crypto with obvious reason, which is the risk, and it is not completely banned, access through licensed exchanges will be limited to investors with portfolios over Hong Kong dollar 8 million, which is around $1 million, starting in April 2024. And the SFC also plans to expand the crypto licensing and consults with exchanges to adapt regulations. Lastly, in terms of innovation and growth, by fostering a business-friendly environment with low tax and strong legal protections, Hong Kong also aims to attract both institutional and retail investors to its digital assets market.
Okay, so it sounds like there's a fairly comprehensive vision for all of this, including even thinking all the way up until 2030. So that's pretty impressive. Maybe can you tell us a little bit about what sorts of skills banking practitioners are going to need in order to meet this new environment?
Thank you for the question. Speaking of skills and the talent bottleneck, we conducted an annual talent development survey to identify skills gaps and talent development trends in the local banking sector. And last year we released a paper and that paper to highlight the skills gap. But there's one paper that we did in 2021 to 2024, which is the capacity building for future banking. This survey, we collaborated with the Hong Kong MA, the local banking regulators, and also the Hong Kong Associations of Bank in June 2020. And we are now collaborating on the next paper for 2026 to 2030. So during the last paper, the key skill gaps in banking workforce that need to be filled up to support the planned business expansion for the industry during 2021 to 2025, because this year is 2024, so we're still within that period. And primarily, the skills gaps lies into three major areas. The first one in terms of technological and digital skills. And actually, the gaps become increasingly apparent in the application of the AI, artificial intelligence, and also the data governance and the analytic and the related technologies. Like the quantitative and algorithmic thinking and cybersecurity, that sort of thing. And the second gap, a key gap, is in terms of banking knowledge, because the banking world is evolving, and every day there are so many new things happening. The industry has been found wanting in not just core banking knowledge and skills such as the business and the product knowledge, and the regulatory and the compliance expertise, but also specific knowledge in Greater Bay Area and the cross-border business and the climate risk. You may have known that Hong Kong has been putting lots of emphasis in terms of collaborating within our region called the GBA, the Greater Bay Area, and looking ahead to this area, we need a lot of skilled practitioners to help to develop this kind of business. So it's not just only the technical side. The third area, the skills gaps, is specific to soft skills. Okay, the soft skills actually they are inadequate skill and in mainly two areas. First one is the interpersonal skills, and the other one is the work ability skills. So interpersonal skills actually including communications and customer connection skills, which are essential for effective interaction with clients. The work ability skills encompasses like the creativity, analytical, and the interpretative skills, adaptability and multitasking ability, all of which are we think that is very crucial for navigating workplace challenges and enhancing the productivity. And specifically, there is a skill specific to Hong Kong, which is what we call the cross-border networking skills. And with the recent discussion with bankers, we identified that empathy and also project management is also one of the key soft skills in addition to those mentioned.
And one more thing before we go, I understand that you're very excited about the upcoming Asian Financial Forum. Can you tell us a little bit about that, and what exactly is the role of HKIB in that?
So in terms of AFF, the Asian Financial Forum is the region's premier platform, bringing together influential leaders from government, finance, and business for discussion on the global economy from an Asian perspective. Actually, at the last AFF, the AFF 2024, there were more than 140 elite speakers from all over the world, and we are able to attract over 3,600 visitors from more than 50 countries and the regions, and it including more than 70 delegations from overseas and mainland China. So this forum features engaging panel discussion, fintech showcase, songs for startups and venture capital, and there's numerous networking opportunities. And at AFF 2024, I think we had over 700 meetings, and we are engaged over 480 project owners and 27 investors in various sectors such as fintech, infrastructure and real estate, environment, energy, and also clean tech. For Hong Kong, AFF is a hallmark event in Hong Kong, and HKIB, our role is to help promote it to both local and also global financial professionals. Hopefully, this platform will help them to get together, to exchange knowledge and build network. And since innovation often stems from connections, and this event presents a great opportunity for international networking with industry leaders. So Hong Kong IB, as a supporting organization of AFF, we promote the event through our e-news, our website, and also meetings with the locals and reaching out with banking professionals. And the organizer is very kind to offer a special discount for our members and also encourage their participation. And also this discount is extended to international peers. So we would like to invite APABI members to take this opportunity to join this event. And hopefully we'll be able to meet every one of you in Hong Kong by joining the AFF. In 2024, HKIB, beyond promoting the AFF, we also organized a side event titled Financial Risk Insights and Outlook in Hong Kong and Mainland China, which provided valuable insight and attract a lot of diverse group of banking practitioners. So if a PABI member have any plans to come to join the AFF, you may be able to join our side event in 2024. So hopefully a PABI member would take this opportunity and come to Hong Kong.
Yeah, thank you very much for appearing today, and also great to see you in Mumbai. So I hope we'll get to get a chance to meet each other again soon.
Yes, see you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.